was once the Polk County Courthouse now serves as the Polk History Center and houses the Historical Museum and Library. The museum serves Polk's community through special events, volunteer opportunities, and educational programs. The museum's exhibits and programs continue to grow and change as new information and artifacts become available. The months of November and December are an exciting time to visit as the History Center comes alive with the spirit of the holidays. More details are coming up next on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm Tina Mann, your host, and joining me in the studio today is Myrtis Young, the Historic Preservation Manager at the Polk History Center.
Hi, Tina.
It's nice to see you as always.
Thank you.
All right, we're here to talk about November and December events for the History Center. I know usually we talk almost always about the Family Fun Day first, but that's actually going to change format from now on. Why don't we talk a little bit about the new program that your guys are going to be offering, the Curators of Curiosity.
Don't you love that title?
I do.
Well, it's the second generation of Family Fun Day. What we realized is, having offered Family Fun Day one Saturday a month, we have families in the museum every day we're open. So Jamie Jameson, our Curator of Education and Programs, decided she would curate a program for Curators of Curiosity. So beginning in November, this is a month-long program, and it will be dedicated to, it'll be focused on Veterans Day. And our little curiosity curators, or our Curators of Curiosity, will have an opportunity to come into the museum and through the exhibits in the museum tour and get a clear understanding of why we celebrate Veterans Day. Mm-hmm. And once they get that information and they go through the museum and they have an opportunity to study the purpose and the benefits of Veterans Day, they'll also be able to decorate a poppy. In addition to that, they'll hang their poppy on a wall that we'll have to honor veterans. And then we have an opportunity for our little curators to write a message that will be mailed to veterans overseas. So the program, it's still the theme of family activities together, but there are opportunities for families, whatever day they come into the museum, to have some time together and do something important.
So anytime during regular museum hours.
Yes.
Just go visit Jamie downstairs and she'll help you out with that. And of course, December's events are going to be holiday themed. And if they want more information about that, they can either call Jamie at the History Center at 534-4381, or she'll have information about December's programming at the November events.
For our families, yes.
All right. We kind of have a special thing. I was walking down Fort Fraser the other day, and lo and behold, there's this marker that I'd never noticed before, and I wondered how I could be so non-observant as to not see it. But apparently it's not been there for very long. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, this is a very special rededication of a marker, and also ties into Veterans Day. This marker was placed by the Bartow Garden Club. It was actually the Garden Gate Circle of the Bartow Garden Club, and it was actually placed in 1971. And over the years, it suffered a little, well, some damage from being hit, just weathering and deterioration. And so we decided, the Polk County Historical Commission History Committee, or Historical Marker Committee, decided that it would be nice to refurbish this marker. These markers have been in existence for 65 years. Wow. And it's been a program of the garden clubs across the nation to place these markers to commemorate and honor veterans of the armed forces. So we realize the story behind, or the intent behind, these markers is so important. We've refurbished it. It has a new home right at the trailhead of Fort Fraser, and we're going to have a little dedication ceremony to put it back in place and put it in a new home so it can be enjoyed by visitors for the next 65 years.
So if they want to attend that ceremony, it's going to be on November 12th at 4, and that's right there at Fort Fraser and Lyle Parkway.
Exactly. Right at the trailhead on Highway 98 and Lyle Parkway.
Okay. And they can also see it if they happen to be walking down the trail, because it's there.
It's there, and it's beautiful.
It's there. Also coming up in November is the regular Lunch and Learn, don't you tell us a little bit about the topic and what we can expect to learn?
This is the second time our speaker, Mary Beth Henry, from the University of Florida IFAS Extension Program will be at the History Center. And Mary Beth brings information to our participants about small farms. Mm-hmm. And what that is it is an opportunity for people in the county to learn about creating small farms. And there are all kinds of different topics. She'll be talking about beekeeping. There are opportunities to learn how to participate with local restaurants and retail centers to sell your produce in the local markets. One of my favorites is canning under the cottage laws. And so Mary Beth will be talking about that, agritourism and small farms.
When you mention the cottage laws, you're specifically talking about, food production on a small scale that people can get into.
That is exactly correct. And at cottage industries, usually we think of those as home businesses. And so Mary Beth will talk about the regulations and the how to turn your home into a small cottage.
Oh, awesome. And this time, our people who attend Lunch and Learn are actually going to walk away with a resource guide, correct?
That's correct. She always brings resources and opportunities to find other links to websites and just about everything you'd need to become a cottage industry.
Excellent. So we really should have some good attendance at that one. And going along with that, what is our book club reading for this time?
Well, of course, going to have a theme of gardening, the revolutionary generation, nature and the shaping of the American nation. Of course, our forefathers were very interested in botany and agriculture, and this book talks about that journey and that study, and we thought it would be beneficial to read about that and go back in time and think about what our forefathers, how they gardened, how they developed agriculture. We had a huge piece of geography here, and they wanted to figure out what to do with it. So we're going to read about that and study how our forefathers learned about botany and gardening.
Sounds like that works really well with the Lunch and Learn. And speaking of Lunch and Learn, this will be the last one for the year. Mm-hmm. We always take a break in December, and they will resume in January as scheduled.
That's correct. Jamie is busy working on a schedule. We almost have that full, and we are so excited. In January, right here, we'll announce the program for 2016.
Excellent. Glad to hear that and look forward to talking about it. The last of the regularly scheduled programming for November and December will be our architectural tours.
We have that's also in its second generation. The architectural tour is an opportunity to come to the History Center and with a guided, curated tour, walk through the building and learn about the neoclassical structure of the building and some of the special points and stories and just things about just the uses of the building through the years and some really great information about the architecture itself. We also now have provided self-guided tours of the architecture. So if you can't make it on the Saturday of the curated tour, we've made it easy for you to navigate around with the tool that we have in place to also, on your own, discover the 1908 architecture.
Awesome. But if they want to attend the actual curated tour, those are on the third Saturday of every month. So those fall on the 21st of November and the 19th of December at 11.
Exactly.
Okay. And I know the History Center is going to have some closings coming up because of the holidays.
We are, as you know, everybody I guess in the nation probably celebrates the same period of time during the holidays, but we wanted to remind everybody that on Wednesday, November 11th, we will be observing Veterans Day with all the other businesses around, and then also think about Thanksgiving. We'll be closed on Thursday and Friday with the rest of the world enjoying our Thanksgiving celebration with our families, and then open again, resume business again the following Tuesday to Saturday schedule.
All right, and Christmas and Christmas Eve as well. It's going to be the same way, reopening on Tuesday as scheduled.
And we'll be posting that and put reminders up so people will be reminded of the days that will be closed, but more particularly the days we'll be open.
Well, we're now talking about my favorite time of year. Christmas is my absolute favorite time of the year, and this, of course, is our reminder as to what's about to come up. So we are talking about the Festival of the Wreaths at the History Center and the beautifulness of the History Center at this time of the year. Why don't you tell us about the festival, where it came from, and how it works?
Well, this is the 5th anniversary of the Festival of Wreaths, and it was an idea that we came up with 5 years ago to give the community, individuals and businesses from the community, an opportunity to decorate a wreath and have it on display in a museum. So the wreaths will go on display. They'll be on display all month. They'll decorate the building, but then they'll also be available for auction. So people can come to the History Center or check online and bid on a wreath and have it, use it for a Christmas idea, a gift for an idea for a Christmas gift, or to decorate your home. And there's just a variety because we have different decorators. The one we have on display here is decorated this season by the Davenport Historical Society. Harriet Rust is our decorator. So we brought that one over so you can get an idea of the beautiful wreaths that are going to be available not only to decorate the History Center, but be available for auction so you can take one home.
Okay, and the Festival of the Wreaths will kick off for opening night, which is November 20th, and that's also the same day as the Lights on Main for Bartow. Why don't you tell us what's going to happen at the History Center that night?
Oh goodness, this is also the 5th year that we offer photos with Santa. So we have a debut of Santa, his first appearance in Bartow will be that evening, and he makes a stop in the History Center. He actually stops by earlier in the afternoon and he walks through and gives his nod to the wreaths that he thinks are his favorites. So we will have different wreaths that will be designated Santa's choice. That evening, he perches himself in the rotunda, and we provide an opportunity to have photos with Santa. So we'll take a picture with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and then you immediately can email that photo to your home address. So as soon as you get home, you have your photo with Santa on your desktop, and you can make as many pictures as you want to and share them with everybody to launch the Christmas season at the History Center.
Yeah, it's so pretty. And of course, that is when online bidding will actually open, is that day. So if people are interested in bidding, they can go to the website at polkhistorycenter.org. As soon as wreaths are available for bidding, they will see a little icon of a wreath up there, and they can do that. Or if they don't have access to a computer, of course, they can visit you guys.
Oh, absolutely.
And you guys will help them place that online bid. So
we absolutely will. And we always invite people to come visit us at the History Center.
So the wreaths are going to be on display through December 12th, and that's when the online bidding is ending, and that's when everybody will be notified as to who got the winning bid.
That's correct.
Okay, and not only that about the wreaths decorating, but you also have the Christmas tree. And also I was talking with Joanna the other day, who is the person who put together the Very Much a Lady exhibit, and she was telling me that they are actually going to be changing that exhibit a little bit. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, this has been a very, very popular exhibit. You know, it features the vintage couture of ladies from the period of 1900 to about 1920. And we decided that it would be very lovely to change the exhibit and dress it up in an Edwardian Christmas style. Mm-hmm. So we can get an idea not only of how ladies dressed during this period of time in history, but what did the holiday season look like? So we're going to dress the exhibit up. We're going to feature an Edwardian Christmas, and the great news is it's going to be very, very beautiful. But I want to encourage everybody to make sure to come see it, because the end of December, ends this collection.
And it's such a neat exhibit. You really don't want to miss out on it. I've gone in that room several times just to see all the vintage pieces. So holidays are a great time to visit the History Center.
Indeed.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us as always on our show.
Thank you for allowing us to come over and share the things happening at the History Center.
The History Center is the perfect setting to take in the sights and sounds of the season while experiencing Polk's unique history. The museum's collection includes natural and cultural objects related to Polk and the greater Central Florida area that represent our history from pre-Columbian to present-day eras. The artifacts on display at the museum represent individuals, cultural groups, and events significant to the region. Located at 100 East Main Street in Bartow, the History Center is open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information about exhibits and events, you can check them out on the web at polkhistorycenter.org or give them a call at 863-534-4386.